everybody. I'm Tre Tailor, and you're listening to Coping with COVID, our daily update about the state of the world that we're living in now, James. It's really interesting. I don't think I ever thought in my lifetime that I would be experiencing something like this. We're walking around with masks and gloves. We're confined to our homes, almost like some kind of sci-fi movie.
Yeah.
And it is now the new normal for however long it is. So we've been bringing you updates and information and resources that you need to handle what's going on right now. James Patrick is a fitness guru. Is that a good title for you?
Well, you know what? I claimed it a few years ago, and I've been rocking with it so far. But you got to live up to that kind of title.
That's right. Well, James is going to join us today to give us some information about the COVID-15 is what they're calling it, James. I saw this on social media. And this is the 15 pounds, which I think it's going to end up being the COVID-50. The 15 pounds that people are picking up because, one, they're not as active. If they're a gym rat, they're not going to the gym because the gyms are closed. And they're not just moving around as much. And you're at home all day eating. And eating and eating some more. Yes.
Some more.
Yes. And I'm a funny eater anyway, but I find myself eating more too. One, the kids are here. So when they eat, I'm going to eat. And then it's Jeannie across the street and my sister Maxine cooking and bringing food for the kids. I'm going to eat that too.
It is a kitchen trifecta already going on with you guys.
But you know what? One thing that I've done, because I'm not I could be a big sweet eater. I grew up in a household where my mother made a cake every Sunday. So I know, one, that's my weakness. And two, I'm pre-diabetic because everybody in my family is. So I don't have a lot of sweets in the house for them. So I know I can't have them in the house or I would be eating a whole pack of
That's
Oreos.
Right. And it would be the COVID-50 plus.
Yes. So that's one thing I know is probably a tip. Don't buy it.
Don't buy it. I mean, and you pretty much beat me to it, Trey. I mean, don't buy it. And here's the thing, the less access you have to something, a lot of times I can say that it does create a sort of mental health, a mental trick on you. But a lot of times it just makes the person want it more and more. And that's why you have to create good practices and have those items in the house that satiate your appetite, do what they need to do, so that you don't have to so that you don't feel compelled to go to the real thing. So make sure that you're prepared. If you know that you can't have a cake in the house, then get some 100-calorie snack packs at best. You know what I mean? And also schedule meals, even though you're at home, even though you're working from home, you still want to have a schedule for yourself for your food. So at 8 a.m. you're eating, at 10:30, and even if you need to put it into your phone as a reminder, go ahead and do that, and that's going to help curb your appetite so you can flatten the curve on your waistline.
So you say schedule those times, just like you've got to have a schedule now if you do have children in the household for them.
And a lot of people have gotten home and they've realized that they need a schedule implemented, and that schedule has got to be something across the board, even in your most comfortable space in the whole entire world. So making sure that you have a set schedule for yourself, and like I said, putting it on your phone takes away the anxiety, takes away the stress of thinking about it, and you don't have that's one less thing to worry about.
So do you recommend giving yourself like a treat? Like if you've done okay for a week, giving yourself a treat, like one Kit Kat or something like that?
Yeah, of course. And listen, those cheats are still necessary because it helps us understand that we have options and we're not limited to, listen, we're already feeling like we're suffocating here. You know what I mean? The last thing you want to do is suffocate yourself and feeling like you can't have what the things that you really want. So again, schedule it. If you guys have, if you're going to have a heavy carb day, make your Chinese meal on Friday nights. You know what I mean? Make your pizza.
With your vegetables, right.
Yeah, with your vegetables, you know what I mean? And also be mindful about what you're taking in first. Have what you need before you have what you want.
Gotcha.
So I always tell people the best way to curb your appetite and make sure you don't overeat, have an appetizer that is green, leafy based.
And then that will fill you up and you maybe won't want to have the other stuff at the end. Is
or
that the
seconds
premise?
or thirds or
Right.
or
Yeah.
fourths, or it's 12 a.m. and now I'm hungry again when I should be in bed.
Yeah. You know
Yeah.
what, the other thing that I do is I substitute. Like I love ice cream, but I know I can't eat ice cream. So I
Right.
love yogurt. And I'll get
Exactly.
Oikois has the non-fat, no sugar,
Hmm.
yogurt. And I love that. And the kids even love that too.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
no, it's not ice cream, but it gives you that feel, that taste.
Right, right,
You
right.
know?
And that, like I said, that's what it's about, finding those supplementary items that are going to give you the same little kick that you were looking for from that ice cream. And
Mm-hmm.
that's what's going to also help you discipline yourself and understanding you have options, and that your best option doesn't have to be the worst one.
Right.
Yeah.
James Patrick is joining us today on Coping with COVID. I'm Tre Tailor. He's a fitness guru, and he's giving us some information on how to deal with our appetites and our exercise during this COVID-19 situation. The new normal is being at home, and we're in South Carolina. Both of us are, and we're one of many states, most of the states that now have the stay-at-home ordinance. So unless it's absolutely necessary, and going to the grocery store obviously is necessary, we've got to be at the house. So that means we don't have access to many folks, had gym memberships that they're not able to utilize now. Some people didn't have a gym membership, but they, going to probably need one at the end of this.
Oh, yes, they will.
Because again, you're sitting home eating. So I'm usually in my office when I do these coping from COVID. So now I'm on the third floor in my recreation room. So I'm going to get up because I want you to give us some things that we can do every day. Now, I'll tell you one thing that I do. I'm up and down the stairs all day, every day with the kids. So that helps me, but it doesn't help my arms. And you know this because you know me. I've been working on my arms forever. And the fact that I lost so much weight last year, they look good, but then, do I hate this thing right here?
Yeah, they're doing the hello thing.
Oh my God, I hate that. So give us some stuff. And the kids are with me. I just want to say that's why I'm kind of looking around, because usually when I'm in my office, they're somewhere else, but I've got to keep my eye on them. Julius,
you got to keep your eye on Tre.
Julie, you want to say hello? Julius has been my co-host. You want to come say hello, honey?
Hello, Julius.
Julius, James said hi. You don't want to say hi? He don't want to say hi. Isabel, do you want to come say hi? No, they're gonna come around in the most.
They'll be there momentarily.
Yeah,
momentarily. Yeah.
Jimmy's gonna throw some, or So anyway, so everyone, if you see them, they're here. I'm giving them a chance now, but of course they don't want to do that. All right, so give us some stuff that we can do every day, and would you say that we should do things every day?
I would say, Tre, you need to be exercising as often as you probably think about it, because whereas you have the job, and like a lot of people do, even those who have desk jobs, they're getting up throughout the day, whether they're going to the printer or going to their boss's office or something. Those are calories that they don't even realize that they're expending while just at work. So now not having that luxury really limits your caloric expenditure. And that means that you have to move more often consciously. Gotcha. And I think this is almost a good thing, because it makes us become more conscious of our movements or lack thereof.
Absolutely.
So I think it's great that you have the kids with you, because like you, so many other parents, have kids, and some of them have more than those just running around.
Right, that's right.
Woo, Jesus.
I know.
So all my hats and my scalp is tipped off to all of y'all. So, but I bought 2 water bottles with me because I want to assume that a lot of people don't have access to weights, or maybe they don't have the weights that they would normally use at the gym.
That's why I was asking you before. Do I need to bring some pea cans or some corn cans? Hey, Julius, can you get me the bowling pins? Honey.
And worst case scenario, you have no access to anything. That does not limit your ability to do the workout.
Right.
So I always coach my online clients and online participants in all of my classes that you not having weights does not mean that you're not eligible to work out. So I've got my water bottles. You got you got bowling pins?
Yeah,
That's right. You got to make it work.
I'll get them. I'll get these bowling pins. Yeah, I could have bought some. That's why I was thinking maybe some, like I said, black-eyed pecans or something. Some canned vegetables, right? You can use canned vegetables.
Yeah, you can literally use canned vegetables. I have worked out with canned vegetables before, and they did me right. So
Okay.
so we're going to be these are some of the moves I really want you guys to just do consciously throughout your day. This is great for maintaining arm strength and just keeping your arms at their minimal tonus.
Okay.
More importantly, what this is going to do, Trey, is and I'm going to add a move to this. We're going to curl, and then we're going to press up.
Okay.
Yeah. This also constantly reinforces circulation,
Oh, good.
oxidation, and more blood flow to the joints and to the muscles. So the more blood flow we have, a body at rest is going to remain at rest, and a body in motion is going to remain in motion. So you're keeping your body in motion, and that's what you want to focus on. You
Okay.
know, I think having the resources in the gym allows us to
Keep going. He's got to go pee pee, so I got to.
yeah, go potty.
I need to go poo poo.
Oh no, he's got a poo poo.
Silly man, sir.
Yeah, he's got to go.
Open up the gate because I got him locked in. Go ahead, baby.
So yeah, guys, the thing I like about these types of movements is that they reinforce our activities of daily living, and activities of daily living can be very limited. So I want you to move your weights or your hands in any direction that you see fit, Trey.
Okay.
And I just want you to keep the blood flow glowing. And what this actually will do is not only will it send activators to those nerves, it keeps your body, it keeps you awake. It keeps blood flow going to your brain, and it keeps you conscious.
Okay. So you're saying we can do this anytime during the day,
I want you to do it throughout the day, every single day. And that makes up, if not, and for a lot of you, you may not be even doing any upper body exercise. You may not have been doing those before.
Right.
So this is a great way to introduce your joints and your nervous system overall to something new.
Well, you know what? I think that's such a great thing that you're saying, because like I said, I'm up and down the stairs, but that's my lower body. That's doing nothing for my upper body.
Right.
Well,
and then when you're angry and you're on the phone, you can do some punches. When you told your kids to sit down 4 times, then I tell you do it real fast.
Right. Instead of hitting them, just hit
them. You just shake your water up.
Well, and that's another point you made the other day. We'll listen to a lot of gospel in the house, and sometimes the Spirit will hit me. And Julius just asked me the other day, Tutu, why are you putting your arms up? I said, because the music is getting me, and I just love the Lord. And I guess I could just keep going.
You can keep going. You just keep your hands in the air and keep them toward Jesus.
Yes. Thank you.
That's right. We're going to do an in-home shouting exercise on Sunday. So be sure that you are in your best bedroom shoes.
Right. Okay. Yeah, this is good, because I'm feeling good just right now. Because the other thing is, I've got some exercise equipment, but again, since I've had the kids, I just haven't really found the time, particularly since they're here with me now, to really take that time for me.
Right.
They're up at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I'm typically up 3, 4, 5 sometimes, getting stuff ready for them, whether it be washing clothes or getting breakfast or putting clothes together. So even doing my devotional. So the exercise is kind of what goes by the wayside,
Yeah. And that's why it's so important, especially with everyone being home, for you to implement your exercise or any kind of exercise activity first thing in the morning. And I know that sometimes that's easier said than done, because you've gone from having one full-time job with a kid or two to 2 full-time jobs as a teacher and your regular job. So but if you would spend, I always tell people 20 to 30 minutes, if you spent 20 to 30 minutes for yourself, it's for you, it's not for anybody else. And you're the main focus before the world wakes up. It makes such a big difference. I have started, and I have you to thank for that. I have my Bible, and I still read it. Yes, I read Jesus Calling every day. Yes, I do. Read it sometimes twice a day. And
it's so good.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so good.
And it's always on time.
And it's always, it doesn't matter what day. It's telling you something you needed to know today.
I'll be like, you know what? Yeah, that's right.
Prophetic. It is.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm telling you, like exercise for you would be the first priority in the morning. You know what I mean? For
Right.
me, it's that devotion. It's, spending
Gotcha.
a few minutes, even if it's in my car, it's a still place. And I make sure I put on a song that reflects what I'm reading. And it just reinforces the whole atmosphere. So things like that, Trey, not only help your physical health, but really help your mental health, because this is such a pivotal time to work on
Yes.
that.
I was going to mention that too because
Mm-hmm.
exercise really is a de-stressor too.
Yes, very much so. Very much
Yes.
so. What I've actually started doing was I come here and go to work. And so I work in my studio as a virtual trainer now. I'm the only one in the gym. And, some people have no gym. I always say I have a whole gym, and now I'm just standing here in one spot. But I leave here sometimes and I go take a little bike ride up and down the street just to kind of
Right.
clear my head. Really helps. So, yeah, it's definitely a de-stressor.
I wanted to ask this too. Now, what if people don't feel like they've got 30 minutes back to back? Is it just as effective to do 3 10 minutes?
Yes, yes. And here's the thing, like I said, you don't have to commit to a full hour every day. If you were to block off 5 minutes out of your break 4 to 5 times a day, you would cumulatively have a 30-minute routine down
Right.
throughout the day. And what you could do is when the day is over, if you've got the luxury and the time, spend about 30 minutes doing some steady state cardio, maybe take a brisk walk, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, it makes a big difference. Those little things.
Right. Now, is this something people, because a lot of people are, like you said, working from home, they're on a lot of conference calls and stuff.
Hmm.
Is this something, or can you give us some other things we can do or folks can do while they're sitting at their desk?
Yeah, of course. I mean, if you're standing up and you have two objects in your hand, you could go into a back lunge. I love lower body activity because it really
That a back
those
one?
yeah, yeah right. ah. So
Ah!
you're going to step back and you can't really see my legs. Hey,
Yeah.
Tamaya, can you do me a favor? I'm gonna grab a couple of extra hand. Can you hold this tripod? So without yanking everything out my ear. So just like bring it that way. Just
There you
tilt
go.
it facing my feet. Yeah, perfect. All right. So you have your weights in your hand and you're going to lunge back. Just tilt it
Okay.
more. There you go. You keep the weight on the front leg. Step back. Good. This is a little awkward with me looking to the right. But you want to keep your weight shifted on the front foot with the
Okay.
heel and the ball of your foot being the connectors, the floor connectors.
Okay.
And we're going to lunge back. None of your weight goes on the back leg. All right.
Okay.
And
Look,
you
I'm falling
could,
all over the
so this is this is
place.
also a
It's about,
great way to implement core stability.
uh-huh.
Okay. Stepping back for me. 2. Find a focal point, Trey, and that
Okay.
really helps me.
Okay.
Also, squeezing your core and squeeze your butt every time you stand up. Squeeze.
Squeeze. Okay.
Yes.
Does that
All
help
right.
firm your buttocks too?
Yes, it does. Yes.
Because listen, after all this is over, we want to be stepping out of the house not looking like we've been eating Oreos all day. We want to look good or
Yeah,
something.
you don't want to look like a busted can of biscuits.
Right.
You know what I
That's
mean?
right.
Like you spent all that time preparing to go outside and now outside is open and you can't make it 2 miles up the road because you sweated through your
Yeah.
blouse. Yeah, so and you know what? It's funny. That's so funny. You have the baby in hand because this is a great. She could be used as a. Oh, this is the handsome boy. They're so beautiful. God, they're
Thank
so
you. No,
beautiful.
this is the 18-month-old. This is a girl.
Okay, this is the baby. That's the baby. Yeah, I mean, you can literally hold her. I have mommy and me classes where
Oh,
super cute, and we hold the baby and cradle baby and squat
okay.
with baby. Stuff like
Okay.
that really helps. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she looks like she's a thick one. Look at those
Oh, she's thick.
legs.
She's thick. Look at this.
Woo,
Look at this
look at
big
those
old
legs.
toe.
Look at that tummy. So yeah, Trey, it's all about movement. It's all about constant movement and being more self-aware now than ever because you don't have the luxury or the ability to step outside and go to your neighborhood gym. But
Right.
be mindful that there are so many outlets now on social media that are allowing us to take free workouts. So it's important to take advantage of those.
Okay. Excuse me, I have a naked little boy. I gotta go
Oh
get
yeah,
him.
when they take their clothes off, you gotta go get them.
Oh Lord, yeah, we have a poop problem. Okay, can you? Well, all right, James, we got a poop problem. So, all right, so Julius, can you give me a minute? Can you give me less than 5 minutes?
Let's.
Got a poop problem. It's life.
It's life.
It's
Welcome to life.
real life with poop. Oh Lord.
Oh.
Buck Baby
Trey,
just came on up.
when this is all over, it's you and me.
Yes, and several glasses of vino.
Yes.
Big old, me and you and me at the vineyard.
At the vineyard, please give me a date and a time.
All right, so these are good things. Upper body, lower body, at least 30 minutes a day. We can break it up into 10 minutes if we need to. Okay,
or
that's
5
great.
to 6 5-minute routines. Yeah.
Right. And of course, you're saying too, as far as eating, give yourself a treat. Like at the end of the week, you also said give yourself a leafy green appetizer, maybe.
Yes,
so
and
that
during all your meals. Yes.
Yeah. Any other thing you can give us as we wrap up today, James?
Trey, I think most importantly, it's very imperative that people be cognizant of their mental health.
Yes.
And just be very, very aware of how their spirit feels and what they're, it's April 7th, so there's like this full moon, or you know what I mean? We just being mindful about how you feel and where you're giving your energy to, and also the environments that you surround yourself around. And even though you may be home, we're still feeding ourselves internally by watching something, by reading something, by giving something our attention. So just be mindful that you give yourself the utmost positivity during this time, and just stay up on your mental health.
Right, absolutely, because that's so important, because there is a lot going on and people need to, learn how to deal with it. And I'm so glad you mentioned that exercise is such a great way to de-stress. And we're going to be talking about that a little bit later on this week. Fitness guru James Patrick, thank you so much for joining us today on Coping with COVID. If there are any other information or tips that you find that you want to share with us, please let me know so that we can get you back on. And I gotta work on these arms. I just hate this. I hate these arms.
Trey, I think if you curled the baby at least 8 times, 3 times a day, you would have magnificent biceps.
Okay,
yes.
I'm gonna say 8 times, 3 times a day.
And if you when you get the poop up, if you just kind of swoop, that's going to help work your legs. You know what I mean? You gotta put it into perspective, Trey.
Right, you gotta use what you got to get what you want.
That's
and
right.
Right now, what I got is babies. Right. All right, James, do you happen to have your Jesus Calling with you near?
I don't.
I have been closing with Jesus Calling, and then because I was in a different area in my house, I forgot to bring my Jesus Calling. I've got the kids' Jesus Calling, but you know what? Let me see if I can. I can't find it anyway. But I usually end with Jesus Calling. But I just want to ask everyone to be safe, be careful, continue to be blessed. Just pray and trust and believe God that He is in control. We don't know what's going to happen, but He knows what's going to happen, and He was not surprised by any of this.
That's right.
Don't forget, tomorrow we're going to talk with Alicia Porter with Accountant and Tax Source. She's going to tell us, James, about those stimulus checks, when we're going to get them, how we're going to get them, and what we need to do to get them. That's going to be tomorrow on Coping with COVID. I'm Tre Tailor, James Patrick, fitness guru. If people want more information and to connect with you, because you are doing some virtual classes too,
doing
right?
A lot of virtual classes, Trey.
How can people hook up with you?
You know what? A few ways. JamesPatrick.guru, GURU. And all my social media is JP Fitness Guru. JP Fitness Guru, one word. Instagram, find me on Facebook. And tune in. I got free workouts already there.
Oh, great. Well, I'm going to do that too, if I can get, in between cleaning up poop.
Right. Right. I love
you. Thank you so much, James. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Trey.
Take care. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.